So, well, I think from past experience, I could add precision farming at some point. It's easier to add it than remove it, I think. So I would add it if I felt, yeah, I'm going to benefit. The gameplay will benefit from using it, but I won't feel obligated to add it. It wasn't a plan to play with it. We've done 3 series if you count Summon 22 with it. So I'm kind of, let's play a different way. Let's play base game for a bit or something. And I think there was something. There's a couple of other things. Obviously, there's the Year 1 DLC they're working on. Oh, and patches. Yeah, the other thing they mentioned was patches. There's going to be patches. There's always patches. Every time they do a DLC release, there's patches, and typically I would expect those patches are basically there for new functionality that is being added as part of the DLC. So I think way back when we got the what was it? The Vicon and Glenleathann pack, which included a bale wrapper, which up until that point we had balers, we had wrappers, we didn't have a combo. So obviously there's a change in the game code to support a baler that also wraps. And that's my theory as to why. I'm not sure that field to my right has enough pH. Okay. The one to my front also could probably use it. So it looks like every field that I haven't planted, I'm going to need to pH it. So the plan here is, as soon as I've finished doing these interior fields, I'm just going to fill this up and send this tractor out there to lime all the fields that need it. Obviously that field at the top there is already growing oats, so that's fine. I did check on field prices, and nothing close to the farm is particularly discounted. It would cost me over 500,000 to get the 2 fields on the other side of that tree line to our west, and they're not really worth that, so we'll delay that one. So how's our lime load doing? Okay. So we've got, looks like the weather for the farm is cloudy. So we're not going to have any issues with, what are we going to have issues with? Rain coming today. So this is actually a good day to spread stuff on fields and get them all feeling nice. Not sure if I've got the line to finish this field off. Now, technically, this field and the field directly in front of us, or the field directly in front of us, should have a reasonable level of lime still in it. So we shouldn't really use that much to top it off. It's only really the grass fields and brand new fields that chew up lime like crazy because the pH is so bad. The grass fields because we mow them 3 times between applications. But the rest of the fields, I tend to spread lime immediately prior to planting, so we can get that all done. But we've got 3 big tractors now, or 3 tractors with over 250 horsepower now. So long as the fields are not overly steep, they should be perfectly adequate to running a lot of our equipment, especially things like that manure spreader. It's going to empty quickly, so I will need to monitor that vehicle. But that's all we're doing with the manure is improving the nitrogen levels to around about 80 to 100. Is it tons per hectare or litres per hectare? And then once we plant a crop in it, we'll go out and spray it with the crop sensors on and get the levels to an ideal point where we get the best bonuses. So the little fields opposite the grain mill, I'm probably going to put sorghum in those because they're so far away. I'm just planning on selling sorghum. I'm not planning on processing it or anything. It's a what do you call it? It's a thing that achievement. It's an achievement. So the only reason I'm growing the sorghum is to get the achievement, and hey, we sell it. It makes money. That's not a bad thing. And then after that, what do we have after that? So I need sunflowers for sunflower oil. We've got a little bit of sunflower oil down at the oil factory. That's turned off at the moment. The grain mill is done with its grain, so with its milling. So I don't have any grain processing. The only plant we've got that's processing is the sugar beet factory, or the sugar factory, which last time we did upgrade to a level 2 building, so it doubles the process speed, capacity, and capacity for output as well. And with that, we're not planning on sugar beets this year, so the sugar factory will sit dormant next year. But we've got enough sugar beets in that factory to process for the entirety of this coming year, till about winter. So I am not in any big rush to grow more sugar beets yet, because frankly we've got more than enough of them. It's something like 700,000 litres. We've also got a lot of honey, and I think at least, well, we'll hold off on sending, oops, that's the wrong one, that's the wrong one, that's the right one. I may take the honey that we have there and sell it at the store. Just because we've got more than enough. Our bees are producing absolutely tons. The pallets aren't big, that is one thing, but I think if we grab all of those, we'll take them to the store, we'll sell them. All of the sunflower oil will go to the bakery. All of the, a truckload of sugar and yeast will go to the bakery. Possibly a combo truck, not a, not a truck of sugar and a truck of yeast. Might also need some sugar the place with the white stuff that comes out of the cows, the milk den parlour thing, the dairy, yes, that place. Might need to take some of that to there. I think sugar you can make chocolate with. Maybe we'll make some chocolate, who knows. Oops. I mean, given our cows at the moment, and I think that's 50,000, only half of them are pregnant again, so I think we got 27 the first time round, mixture of bulls and heifers, but then after that first round, it looks like only half of them are at month 1 breeding, so breeding rate has dropped a little bit. I don't care, because we are producing an absolute ton of milk, and part of the problem I've got is hauling it in a 20,000 litre tank. I'm probably going to be doing, well, I think first time we can possibly do a follow me with the truck with the bee juice and the truck with the cow juice. Or a tractor with the cow juice. Just so things work along. You know, I don't have to drive down to the other side of the map too many times. Okay, so one little bit more up here, and I think we'll go east, and I'll just set a worker out on that. And with the amount of lime we've got in this, I don't expect us to run out for this first field. Okay, fold that up. So, me right now, I'm going to jump in the sprayer and we're going to do spraying stuff. Okay, you already have a course loaded, that's interesting. You want to do the centre first, corner radius 5, go around clockwise. Yeah. 3 headlands. So I don't expect this to take very long at all. But, we'll get that started. And 19 minutes, to about 20 minutes. So close that off, and I need to go find, oh, actually, let's do it this way. How's this look? This looks diesel damage. So this actually doesn't look too bad. And part of the reason that these fields didn't get sprayed before Christmas was because there were still bales on them when I needed to do that. So back that onto there. Liquid fertilizer. We do not have a lot of liquid fertilizer left. However, we don't need a lot of liquid fertiliser for their grass fields. And I'm hoping with the application of manure, we won't need a lot of liquid fertiliser later in the year either. Now this looks very sad. Grass only needs it to be orange, so no big deal here. And I'm thinking the next cut of grass will we'll see. I need to see how much we use. I'm probably going to have to plant some corn. Well. So which field should I plant corn in? Oh man. These hedges. Go, go, go. Oh, and that top field. I forgot about that. We're going to have to lime and spray the huge giant field. Well, that is going to use a lot of stuff. So, and it's not just because, hey, it's grass. It's because it's a huge field. It's going to use a lot of stuff. So, have to go deal with that one later too. Probably have courseplay stuff running out there at the end of the stream, so I can just sit and watch it while I have lunch. So I'm going to have to babysit it and refill the apparatus every so often. Okay, that's the first one done, and about 2% used. And because of the way this thing unfolds and how wide it is, the reason I do the cut across as the first pass is I can position it well away from the hedges, turn it on and just drive, and then later I can carefully close in on the edge to get the entire field done. Because we've got crop monitoring and everything. Oh, crop monitoring and everything else. Let's turn on the crop monitors. Oops. That does mean that first field will not give me the best environmental score result. But that's okay. It's a small field in the grand scheme of the number of fields we now own. Its effect on overall score is not that particular. Now this field I'm probably going to be spraying over the bit I've already sprayed a lot, so should be gaining the benefit of good application rates. And all of this is part of the precision farming stuff. Alright. This field, incredibly easy. It's why I like spraying so much. It really doesn't take that long to do the entire field, especially not with this working width. Now, next season we might be working on significantly smaller equipment, so things may be a little bit more interesting. I'm going to try and find a map with smaller fields, and we're not going to be chopping down hedges and just going totally overboard with stuff. Just, hey, let's chop down hedges and make 15-acre fields. No, we're not going to do that. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to probably pick an American map and just go all out major league farming. And we may do cotton if I do that, but for the most part, I think I'm probably looking at small fields, small equipment, and just jobs that are quick. I'll turn that on briefly. No, that doesn't tell me. That on briefly, and yes, the crop sensor is turned on. I think I need to back up a bit. Okay. I'm having a little bit of issues with covering the entire edge of the field so far, and we'll hit a hedge again, because why the heck not? Because from where the camera's positioned, it looks like I'm getting the edge of the field. But from the texture changes, it's obvious I'm not. So Cavalieroy's released his first map for Farm Sim 25, which I think was one of the ones I haven't really paid much attention to, so I haven't really looked at it. I believe it was a 22 map, but we were already playing Maypole the first time and Glenleathann for the second half of the game's life cycle. So you know, I don't get a lot of option, or a lot of opportunity, should I say, to check on other maps. A lot of the time what I'm doing is I'm catching this farm up to a point that is yeah, we're moving the farm along. So we ended the last episode, or the last stream, on I was doing, goodness, what was I doing? Oh, we were mowing and baling and doing 6 cultivation contracts and just approaching winter. So that was all done, and then all I did after that was just sell the bales, and it started snowing. December 1 it started snowing. The bales weren't ready until later in December, so I was skating around the fields in the Zerion. Jackknife more than once. Okay, fold that up. We're down to 40%. Probably going to need to buy some spraying stuff. How's the old... there's still 8.5 minutes left on the... Why is this not spraying?